Alright, so I thought I'd do a little bit of a different video today. I'm pretty much going to be recording this this HD CRT that I have currently set up in my game room in the basement. It has all sorts of different consoles connected to it, and I thought it'd be real neat to take a 4K video recording of it so everybody can see what it looks like to play on one of these things. They're very impressive. This one is from 2006. And, well, yeah, that's about it. Uses HDMI, but for this video, I'm using component video for it. It's a little different on this set, so, alright, let's go. And throughout all of these games and everything, I'll just describe whatever I'm playing, but I'm not going to probably do too much commentary. Alright, let's go. Alright, so first on the chopping block is the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, from what I remember, the Nintendo Switch 1 on this set looks very similar, but the Nintendo Switch 2 scales pretty well, even just using the OSSC Pro in this. It pretty much converts it from 1080p, and then it converts it to 1080i. And for those of you that are watching that don't know exactly what the I means at the end of the 1080i that I just said instead of 1080p, it means interlaced. Now, interlacing is something that has been done for years. But, for example, here, interlacing basically means that every other frame a line is drawn to make up the 1080 resolution, I'll put it that way. Instead of 1080p where it's all drawn at once, it's only drawn one at a time. And there's not much else I can talk about it. It does not accept higher refresh rates than 60 hertz, so this is pretty much all you're going to get. And here, I'm going to show a little bit more footage for this. It's closer up, and the rest of the footage that's going to be shown off here, it's all going to be in this closer view to the TV, since it gives you a better, closer look at what the TV actually looks like. Okay, so next up, we have the NES, or the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, the scaling, yeah, I'll put it this way, it doesn't work that well when I send a composite video stream through HDMI that's coming from my receiver into my scaler, and then that scaler uses that footage and then it outputs it into component video. It's not the best. The NES puts out the worst looking video output on this CRT. I don't know why exactly, but it just doesn't look right. But with that being said, it doesn't look too bad. It could look a lot worse, honestly. It could be RF, which is not great either.
I can do that too.
Okay, so next on the list is the Super Nintendo. Now, the Super Nintendo that I'm currently using, it's outputted using S-Video. And considering that fact, I mean, it looks pretty good. Even though S-Video is pretty much just composite, but with a Luma signal. It's amazing how good this looks in comparison to the NES. Now, with that being said, it's not the best it could be. I used to have this set up with SCART, but I actually moved that over to the N64, which we'll actually show a little bit later. But, yeah. Now, this is what I currently am using my Nintendo-branded S-Video cable for. And it looks great, actually. So, yeah, here you go. Here's some Yoshi's Island footage. Yoshi! proceeding forward, the next one on the list is the Sega Genesis. Now, this is a glow up if I've ever seen it. So pretty much, cable that I'm using for the Sega Genesis is the Retrobit something or other. I'm not too sure at the moment on which one it is, but it is a Sega Genesis to component video cable. Now, this cable, if you've never even heard of it before, it works magic. It's pretty good. It basically converts the signal coming from the Sega Genesis to allow it to be RGB-ified. I'll put it that way. Since the Sega Genesis itself outputting component video, that's not a thing. Like, it did not support it at all. So, yeah. This is what this looks like. Also, hell yeah, Rystar. Okay, so as mentioned earlier, this is the Nintendo 64. It's currently being output via SCART through a SCART to component converter because I'm an American and we don't have SCART over here. But this looks great. Like, my RGB modded N64 has never looked so good out of anything else. The CRT does its job as being a CRT, and it hides some of the imperfections whenever it comes to outputting something like this. It looks great. I apologize, some of the footage, my windows in the background kind of shine directly onto the TV screen. I didn't have that much time to actually film this today, so I apologize, but other than that, it looks great. I don't have any other words to comment on it other than it looks great. So, yeah, enjoy some Legend of Zelda. Okay, so for some reason in this next recording, this gameplay of Kirby Air Ride, just for whatever reason, my GameCube decided to just cut out the signal every once in a while. I don't know what that's about, so I don't have a lot of time to talk here. But with that being said, this is being output via a component cable through the digital out port on my GameCube. Now, it's an aftermarket cable, so it's not the original, so the footage itself might be a little bit darker than what it actually should be. But other than that, looks great. Don't have any other words to comment. It basically looks like the Wii, which is what we're going to be doing next. Speaking of Wii, yeah, so here it is. The Wii is also using a component cable, but this time it's the OEM cable that not comes with the Wii, but basically it's the one that Nintendo sold with the Wii, and you can get it, and it looks great. You know what? Looks exactly like the GameCube does, except a little bit more uniform, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's basically, it seems like the signal is not nearly as washed out as the GameCube's. The GameCube's does look good, but the Wii's looks even better. So here's a little bit of Super Paper Mario. It kind of gives a better idea of the 3D and then the 2D of what it would look like outputting the Wii on this CRT. It looks pretty good. And yeah, it looks good. I don't have a lot else to say. Now it's being output as 480p over component, and whereas the GameCube was also being output over 480p over component, but I don't think it could keep up with Kirby Air Ride. I think Kirby Air Ride was slowing it down in that resolution. I don't know why, but it was. But yeah, Super Paper Mario. It looks good.
Yeah, we're doing the PS3. Oh, buddy boy, now I gotta find where the heck my DualShock 3 went.
Oh, buddy boy, indeed. The PS3 looks the best out of any console that I have on this CRT. I don't know why, but it does. Basically, the video output scales well. It looks great. It is the not penultimate. It is the ultimate console to use with these things. Now it's being output over HDMI instead of component, which that could be a factor, but I doubt it. But you know what? There isn't a better game to play on a CRT like this, playing some Katamari Damacy. I want to say that it is very period correct to play it on a TV like this. I mean, this TV was around in 2006, and it was playing a console from 2006, so I don't know if it'll just work better that way. I don't know. Genuinely and honestly, I don't know. But it is a shining example of how good this TV can look over the right circumstances. So, yep, here you go. Enjoy me struggling with trying to figure out how this game works and then blaming it on the controller.
I think my left stick on my DualShock 3 is broken. Oh, good. Well, maybe it's okay.
Okay, so the next console that we're going to be doing is the Wii U. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant, actually, about these CRTs. Okay, so overscan and underscan for these behemoths, I'll put it that way. It is screwed up whenever it comes to HD content. So the PS3, the Wii U, the Switch 2, the Switch and the Switch 2, and the PS5. All of them are cropped in a certain way where you have to go into settings on all these consoles and actually zoom in for it to actually fill out the entire picture. It's a little strange, and it took me a long time to figure out how to actually get it to work properly with the OSSC, there we go, OSSC Pro that I use to be able to output it to the TV. With that being said, though, now the scaling between this TV and my flat screen that I have next to it are basically the same now, which is good, and it's relieving to me to have something like that. it is great. Now, this is 1080p output from the Wii U that's being resampled? Interlaced. I think it's interlacing. I don't know exactly what the terminology is for that, but it's basically the same thing as the Switch, same thing as the PS3. It's going to be the same thing as the PS5 whenever I show that. But it's one of those consoles that actually it looks arguably better than my flat screen does. That's just my opinion, and it looks it looks good.
Oh yeah, Mario time.
Wow. Super nice. I got myself a mushroom. Yeah. Do any of you guys have a mushroom? No. Oh, shoot. I got robbed!
And last stop on our journey is the PS5. Now, the PS5 is the most recent PlayStation. If that wasn't obvious, I wish you well. But it doesn't look that great, actually. Like, it doesn't work well with this TV, like, at all.
That didn't work out very well. Oh boy. Alright, let's try again. I'm going to smack the crap out of you. Get ready. What? I did. What? Why did that work? I don't know what I did. Okay. Alright, you know what? That's fine.
I'm not sure on why, like, if that's just because I'm playing Sonic Frontiers and it just doesn't work that great on this type of TV, but yeah, it is mediocre at best. I don't know how else to describe it, but, you know, it's tolerable. Well, that was a little bit of a bummer, like, way to end off the video, right? Like, PS5, not great. Here, let me show you around the CRT a little bit. These things are very interesting, the way that they're put together, and also, I just think that some people should see how these TVs look, since there are actually not many videos showing all the way around these sets, since they're works of art, really. And what's that I see there? An HDMI port on a CRT? What is that? Yeah, these sets have HDMI on them. Some people don't know that, and it's pretty weird seeing on something like that on a big lug like this, but you know, it's pretty interesting. Now here's the component input that's right there, and then there's also the USB port that's right here. Now that's only used for firmware. It's not a smart TV. It can't actually read USB drives. And then here's the serial number, model number, everything in regards to this TV. It's a heavy boy. It's like 190 pounds. Got this delivered from Iowa. It's a pretty cool TV, all things considered. Yeah, that's what it sounds like whenever the TV is turning on. And there is almost no coil whine. Yeah, they just don't have it, just because of how high of a frequency that this set operates at. Anyway, that's about it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope that it helps anybody that's looking for a TV like this, give them a little bit of a better idea of what these sets look like. Basically, the scan lines and everything are going to be a lot more fine on these TVs. It's basically not as pronounced as it would be on an SD set or like a standard definition set. So, with that being said, hope you guys see you guys soon in another video, perhaps. I'm not sure. All right, see you later.